Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Parsippany High School. And I'm going to call the meeting of the Parsippany Troy Hills Board of Education to order on June 18, 2024, in compliance with Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, entitled Open Public Meetings Act. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided as specified in the Act in the following manner. A meeting notice was published in the newspaper and on the district website on January 17, 2024. In addition, the notice of the meeting was posted at the municipal building, in the schools, and a copy of the notice filed with the township clerk and transmitted to other newspapers on June 7, 2024. These include the Daily Record, the Star Ledger, Parsippany Focus, Tap into Parsippany, Parsippany Patch, and of course the district website. This regular public board meeting is being video recorded as per bylaw 0168. The recordings of these meetings will be available on our district website and our Video on the Go YouTube channel. We ask that you please refrain from using student or staff names in your statement, and professionalism is expected at all times. May I have the roll call, please?
Mrs. Abraham?
Here.
Mr. Barrios?
Here.
Mrs. Kogan?
Here.
Mrs. Mayer?
Here.
Mr. Rea?
Here.
Mrs. Chappelle?
Here.
Dr. Wright? Absent. Mrs. Golderer?
Here.
Mr. Chapa?
Here. Please stand for the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we are up to our student committee reports. Emily, for the high, please.
Hello, everybody. Parsippany High School Senior Sunset was on the 12th from 7 to 9:30. Finals started on the 13th and lasted until today, but they're now over. The elections for the Student Council Board next year have been out. The president is Eva Schmieder. The vice president is Medina Rahamat. The secretary is Zenia Jahagir. The treasurer is Karishma Shah. And the Board of Education liaisons are Emma Gonzalez and Sharia Parmar. The project graduation deadline was on the 14th for the event. The juniors chose their parking spots today, and senior brunch was on the 19th before the graduation rehearsal, and graduation is on the 20th from 9:30 to 10:30. That's all.
Thanks, Emily. Sanika, please.
Hi, everyone. Members of the boys and girls lacrosse teams went to Goyerb Children's Hospital and dropped off their donations for the Gold Out Games. Donations included gift cards and some toys for the patients in the Pediatric Oncology and Hematology Center. The first set of senior portrait dates for Class of 2025 will be July 9th to 11th in the auditorium. Class of 2027 had a popsicle fundraiser after school last week. Today was the last day of finals and graduation practice for the Class of 2024. Today was the last day of Chromebook return and to receive a graduation gown. Graduation is on Thursday at 9 a.m. and then project graduation is at Adventure Crossing USA on Thursday from 8 to 6 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you. Do any board members have questions for our student committee? Seeing none. Today is also the last day, or the last board meeting for Sanika. So I truly have enjoyed having you as the board liaison. You have done a spectacular job on presenting for the Hills, and you will leave big shoes to be filled for next year. So thank you for everything you've done. Really appreciate it. We even have refreshments for you in the cafe. No, it's not for you, but. So at this time, we're going to, sorry? Yeah. And Emily, you'll be back next year, correct? Oh, no? Oh, you have there's a new liaison from high? Okay, well, so ditto what I said about Sanika. I have to repeat myself. But thank you so much for your time and efforts this year. We're going to suspend the regular agenda this evening for student awards. I'd like to congratulate all of our students who will be receiving awards tonight. At the end of the presentation, there'll be a brief recess, and there'll be refreshments available in the cafeteria. And at this time, I'm going to turn this over to Dr. Sutter.
Good evening. Welcome, and before we begin, I'd like to congratulate all the award recipients, and we really wish you a safe and happy summer. Don't forget to read. Without any further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Stout. Ms. Stout?
Good evening. I'm going to ask that each team or music group that we call up to stand up and come to the center aisle, which is right there over by that desk. Then I'm going to call you forward one by one, and you can come up and get your awards. Will board members Mr. Rhea and Mr. Barrios please come forward to help present these awards? Okay, we're going to start with the Brookline Middle School Orchestra. Director, Mr. Adam Osterlitz. If those students can please line up here. The North Jersey Music Educators Association Elementary Honors Orchestra. If you can line up in the center row, right over there. Okay, we'll start with violin. Anna Lattis. Nora Twone. Raylan Leo. Rosemarie Caserta. Anika Pergata. For the viola, we have Raga Saha. And for the cello, we have Ryan Medina Mariquin. North Jersey Music Educators Association Middle High School Honors Orchestra. For violin, we have Sanjana Baranharan. Johanna John Peter. For the viola, Michelle Lucas Gomez. For the cello, Sharia Bhatnagar. Zamiriam Tawodros. And Chloe Wu. For the next group, I know some of our students won't be here as our 8th graders had a Dorney Park trip, but will the North Jersey School Music Association All I did was step away, but okay. North Jersey Music Association Intermediate Region Orchestra. For the viola, Laura Lee Merzada. Next up, we have the North Jersey School Music Association Intermediate Region Orchestra for the cello. And the North Jersey Music Educators Association. There we go. Okay. North Jersey School Music Association Intermediate Region Orchestra Cello and the North Jersey Music Educators Association Intermediate All-Star Orchestra Cello, Jeffrey Lee and Arnav Shah. Next, we have the Brooklawn Middle School Choir. Daniel Hazel is our director. The North Jersey Music Association Intermediate Region Choir. If any of those students are here, you can line up at the center aisle. Soprano 1 is Laher Desai. Soprano 2, Safia Diakite and Gia Phoebe. And alto, who is here with us, Saturn Liang. And now I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Gray from Central.
Thank you, Mrs. Stout. Central Middle School Band, Director, Mrs. Kristen Cappuccino. Students who participated in the NJ SMA Elementary Band Festival. If you're here tonight, please line up in the middle row. Okay, Cassidy Devaney was unable to be here tonight. Zayan Hakani. Ray Keller. Gunnar Rabenda. Zachary Schwartz. And next, Central Middle School Chorus, Mr. Adam Aguano, Director. Our students who accomplished NJ SMA Intermediate Region Chorus status. Rajvi Shah. Mahi Pandaya. Arpan Chivakula. Gildan Lee. Wyatt Griffith was unable to be here tonight. And Hasini Vijayanathan. And next, I'd like to introduce Mrs. Melissa Carucci, Parsippany High School principal.
Thank you, Mr. Gray. First this evening, I'd like to present awards to Parsippany High School Band, directed by Mr. Greg Delakian and Ms. Erin Neglio. So if you're here to receive awards for band this evening, PHS students, please line up in the center aisle. North Jersey Region 1 Band, North Jersey Area Band, Ian Ali, bass clarinet, wind ensemble. Also North Jersey Region 1 Band, North Jersey Area Band, Carlos Ramirez, baritone sax, symphonic band. North Jersey Area Band, Dominic Caponegro, tuba, symphonic band. Christian Jacobo, clarinet, symphonic band. AJ Roman, clarinet, symphonic band. And Chloe Young, trombone, wind ensemble. Now I'm going to hand it over to Dr. Thompson. We'll go back and forth with Parsippany Hills awards as well.
We'd like to ask the Par Hills Band to come up, all the award winners, and line up in the middle aisles, please. New Jersey School Music Association Region Band, New Jersey All-State Band, Nathan Lee. I think I failed to mention our directors are Michelle Christensen and Michael Iapika. North Jersey Area Band, Maya Nair. Shri Narajan Gandahirjan Shivakumar. Isha Vavalala. North Jersey Area Band, North Jersey School Music Association Regional Band, Allison Kai. Elizabeth Elvin. Roshan Maturbai. Anag Marundi. North Jersey School Music Association Regional Band, Matthew Ho. I'd like to now ask for our Parsippany Hills Choir students to come up and line up in the middle aisles. Our director for the Par Hills Choir is Sarah Munson. Okay, I'll just announce it. NJMEA, New Jersey All-State Mixed Choir, Jalen Royal. Morris Area Honor Choir, North Jersey School Music Association Region 1 Mixed Chorus, MJMEA, New Jersey All-State Mixed Choir, Hallie Stringham. Morris Area Honor Choir, Victor Haight. Avantika Lakshman. Sharanaya Jha. Nicole Nehra. Morris Area Honor Choir, North Jersey School Music Association, Region 1 Treble Chorus, Georgia Worley. Morris Area Honor Choir, North Jersey School Music Association, Region 1 Mixed Chorus, Lilith Dowd. I would now like to ask our Parsippany Hills math team, led by Eric Berkowitz and Catherine Driscoll, to please come up and line the middle aisles. High scorer on the team that led PHHS to win the second place in Morris County in the New Jersey Math League. High scorer on the team that led PHHS to win the third place in the Pi section of the 46th annual AMT-NJ contest, Aaron Macedon. Rian Macedon. High scorer on the team that led PHHS to win the second place in Morris County, New Jersey Math League, Maya Nair. Amog Samaja. Heat Shah. Shri Narajan Gandahirjan Shivakumar. High scorer on the team that led PHHS to win the third place in the pie section of the 46th annual AMT-NJ contest, Association of Math Teachers of New Jersey, Sujay Faldu. Atharv Kulkarni. Sean Loom Asage. Roshan Matrabai. Kesha Patel. Sidi Patel. Tista Tulsayan. I'll now turn it over to Mrs. Carucci.
I have the honor of recognizing Parsippany High School baseball team coached by head coach Kenneth Dopkin. Any students that are here to receive athletic awards in baseball, please line up in the center aisle. First team all conference, Matthew Parker. First team all conference, Kevin Regan. First team all conference, all academic team, Brian Songa. Second team all conference, all academic team, Mason Alameda. Second team all conference, all academic team, Romeo Cabrera. Second team all conference, all academic team, Nathan Camacho. An honorable mention, all conference, Justin Acosta.
Yeah. I'd now like to ask our Par Hills baseball team to please come up and line up in the middle aisle. Par Hills baseball. We'll start off with our first team, all conference, all academic team, Andrew Phelps. And Joseph Cicatelli. Second team, all conference, Thomas Rupert. Second team, all conference, all academic team, Rocco Guglielmo. Jacob Forgatch. Honorable mention, all conference, Nicholas Yorlano.
Next, we'd like to present Parsippany High School Golf, coached by Michael Muller. If you're here to receive a golf award, please come up to the center aisle. First team, all conference, all academic team, Anya Patel. Honorable mention, all conference, Madison Delafave. Honorable mention, all conference, Ronan Wani.
I'd like to ask our Parsippany Hills golf team award winners, coached by Marty Meaden. Honorable mention, all conference, Rohit Viswath. Thank you. I'd like to now call up our Parsippany High, Parsippany Hills Regional Boys Lacrosse team. Please come up and line up in the middle aisle. Our regional boys lacrosse team is coached by head coach Travis Blau. First team, all conference, all academic team, first team NJILL Kimber Division, Zachary Delory. First team all conference, all academic, second team NJILL Kimber Division, Xavier Ballesteros. First team NJILL Conference Kimber Division, first team NJAC Conference Colonial Division, Malik Alzubi. Second team all conference, all academic, second team NJILL Kimber Division, Owen Garcia. Honorable mention, NJILL Conference Kimber Division. Honorable mention, NJAC Conference Colonial Division, Damian Kerrigan. We would like to thank Mr. Ray and Mr. Barrios for presenting the awards. At this time, I'd like to call up Mrs. Kogan and Mrs. Abraham.
I'd like to call up Parsippany High School's girls lacrosse, coached by Miss Amanda DeJessa. Girls, if you're here, please come to the center aisle. Second team all conference, white division, all academic team, Emma Straub. First team all conference, white division, third team all county, all academic team, Ava Teresi. First team all conference, white division, honorable mention all county, Gabriela Vignola Panucci. Honorable mention all conference, white division, Samantha Vidiello.
I'd like to recognize our Parsippany Hills girls lacrosse team, coached by Mackenzie Gallo. If you're here, please line up in the middle aisle. First team, all conference, all academic team, Kimberly Jandora. Second team, all conference, all academic team, Haley Kells. Honorable mention, all conference, Stephanie Sibilia.
Parsippany High School softball team athletes coached by Miss Paige Merle. If you're here, please line up in the center aisle. All county coaches team, Julia Budich. All-County Coaches Team, Ava Lopresti. First Team All-Conference, All-Academic Team, Sophia McBride. Second Team All-Conference, All-Academic Team, Georgia Kachulis. Honorable mention, All-Conference, Ariana Zajac.
We'd now like to call up our Parsippany Hills softball team, coached by Dan Olson. Please line up in the center aisle. First Team All-Conference, All-Academic, All-Morris County Coaches Team, Jada Thompson. First Team All-Conference, All-Academic, Jasmine Sloan. Second Team All-Conference, All-Academic, All-Morris County Coaches Team, Carolyn Hutchinson. Honorable mention, All-Conference, Corinne Basile.
I'd like to call up Parsippany High School tennis team, coached by Coach Michael Miller. If you're here to receive an award, please come to the center aisle. Team Sportsmanship Award, NJAC Conference Liberty Division, Maxwell Booker. Chester Braun. Ronak Patel. Vihan Patel. Again, these are Team Sportsmanship Award, NJAC Conference Liberty Division, Krish Papalia. Dhruv Rana. Rathnaval Renjandran. Sakthavel Ranjandran. And Yug Rojavadia. Honorable mention, All-Conference Liberty Division second doubles, Krish Papalia, Vihan Patel.
Now I'd like to ask Coach Dave Bongiovanni to come up and our Par Hills tennis team. Honorable mention, All Conference, Dev Krishna.
I'd like to call up Parsippany High School boys spring track, coached by Russell Smith. Any athletes receiving an award for spring track, please line up in the center aisle. Two boys. First team All-Conference Liberty Division All-Academic Team, first place 800-meter NJAC Championships, third place 800-meter N2 G2 State Sectionals, Aryav Garj. Second team All-Conference Liberty Division All-Academic Team, third place 3,200-meter NJAC Championships, Arav Tiagi. Honorable mention All-Conference Liberty Division, Aaron Tiagi. Next up is Parsippany High School girls spring track. If you're here to receive an award, please line up in that center aisle. Our girls spring track is coached by Sean Rembecki. First team, all conference Liberty Division, all academic team. First place, 4x100 meter pen relays. Second place, 4x400 meter. Third place, 100 meter. Third place, 200 meter NJAC championships. Second place, long jump. And third place, 100 meters MC championships. First place, 4x100. Second place, 100 meter. Second place, 200 meter. Third place, triple jump. N2 G2 state sectionals. Fifth place, triple jump, G2 state championships, Amanda Dean. First place 4x100 meter pen relays. First place 4x100 N2 G2 state sectionals, Kylie Holler. Second team all conference Liberty Division, all academic team. First place 4x100 meter pen relays. Second place 4x100 meter NJAC championships. First place 4x100 meter. Second place 400 intermediate hurdles. N2 G2 state sectionals, Miriam Candiel. Second team all conference Liberty Division, all academic team, Maggie Lech. First team all conference Liberty Division, first place 4x100 pen relays, first place 100 meter, second place 4x400 meter NJAC championships, first place long jump, second place 100 meter MC championships, first place 100 meter, first place 200 meter, second place 400 meter, first place 4x100 meter, N2 G2 state sectionals, fifth place 100 meter, seventh place 200 meter G2 championships, Jacqueline Reed. Honorable mention, all conference Liberty Division, Liana Roman.
Now I'd like to call up our boys, Par Hills Boys Spring Track Team. Please line up in the center aisle. Coached by Michelle Perry, Mark Smith, Kimberly Halleck, Chris Wells, and Karen Brzezinski. These team members were the Morris County Relays Small School Champions, Morris County Individual Champions of the Small School Division. Following people were all part of that team: Divine Blackwood, Louis Caponegro. Okay. Yeah. I thought they'd be quicker. No, I don't see them. Louis Caponegro. Ivan Chen. Damian Corrales. Marcelo Dodorio. Michael Holden. Brandon Huang. Brandon was the first team all-conference, all-county, all-academic sectional champion, Group 2 state champion, Meet of Champions qualifier. Daniel Janevsky. Daniel is a second team all-conference, all-academic member. Christopher Janevsky. Karthikeyan Judamadavan. Karthikeyan is the second team all-conference and all-academic. Clark Laforteza. Raphael Lindsay. Raphael is first team all conference. Michael Lindsay. Brian Metz. Braylon Moore. Braylon is second team all conference, all academic. Nicholas Oliveria. Benjamin Olson. Matthew Padilla. Manav Patel. Vansh Patel. Ayush Pandayavan. Ayush is second team all conference, all academic. Zachary Richards Powell. Zach is first team all conference, all academic. Jason Rosen. Jai Royal. Jai is first team all conference, all county, all academic, sectional champion, group 2 state meet, state champion, meet of champions qualifier. Ephraim Shao. Ephraim is honorable mention all conference. Julio Tatis. Julio is first team all conference, all county, all academic, sectional champion, group 2 state champion, meet of champions. Matthew Tortorisi. Simeon Washington. Simeon is first team all conference, all county, all academic, sectional champion, group 2 state champion, meet of champions qualifier. Irvin Wilson. Mina Yanni. Andrew Zhang. At this time, I'd now like to ask our Par Hills girls spring track team to come up.
Are you going to the hills or the home?
All righty. Is there any correspondence to come before the board? Mrs. Tedesco. I
Yes, there
see.
is. To Andy Chaffo, President, and all the Parsippany Board of Education members. It is with deep gratitude that I write this note of thanks for the beautiful gift you presented for my retirement. I'll cherish it always, as I will always cherish my red plate for being Envy's Teacher of the Year. I guess Northvale's Teacher of the Year. Your recognitions over the years have been very meaningful. Thank you for your continued hard work and dedication to the children and staff of our district. It has been my honor to be part of the education system for our town. Best wishes for your continued success. Sincerely, Laura Nelson.
Very nice. Thank you, Mrs. Nelson. Is there any unfinished business to come before the board? All right, seeing none. Okay, before we go into committee reports, I have just a couple of things. We are still working on identifying a third meeting date with the mayor and the two town council members. He's reached out to me on a couple of occasions just expressing that he wants to have this next meeting, and I believe he's now working with Joni, given we have a total of 10 people, 5 from each side, that we're trying to schedule dates with. So we'll continue to pursue that. Hopefully it's sooner than later, as I think we're making some progress, and I don't want the delay to derail that progress. There was a mayor's roundtable last week, and the topic was high-density developments driven by affordable housing mandates as well as pilot programs. And there were a couple of board members who were in attendance, and there was an explanation of tax collections and how these impact school budgets. And we had a discussion with the mayor of Mount Arlington afterwards to talk about how they're handling high-density housing and pilot programs there. And would anybody like to speak on that? Anything they heard from the mayor's roundtable? Mr. Berrios, sure.
Thank you, Mr. President. I guess the only thing I wanted to add was, out of the 5 mayors who attended the roundtable, it appeared that 3 took a little bit of a different path than our mayor, and I forget who the other mayor was off the top of my head. But one of the things I think was a clear understanding that came from, I would say, pretty much all of the surrounding mayors who attended was the communication between the township, Board of Ed, and the other stakeholders was really key, especially if you were part, the mayor of Hanover Township spoke about his ordinance that I believe he personally wrote. It is all part of the Faulkner Act agreement, in which basically it dictates, if we do a pilot, this is how much each stakeholder, that's their percentage of it. And I think in their case, like, for example, the Board of Ed gets, like, it was 37 or 34%, and it went from there. So it was definitely interesting to hear the other mayor's philosophy. I mean, the mayor of East Hanover Township just said, we don't do pilots. Now, again, they're not the same size as Parsippany, but, it wasn't a one-size-fit-all discussion, which I was pleased to hear different perspectives on that. Thank you.
Thanks, Tim. Any questions? Okay, thank you. The Educational Services Commission of Morris County's mission is to provide a variety of services to the districts of Morris County and the surrounding areas. They provide many innovative programs to assist districts meet their statutory and financial responsibilities to the students and community, and they're particularly noted for their special education and transportation services. One of our own board members was elected to the ESC of Morris County's Board of Directors, so I'd like to congratulate Michelle Chappelle on being elected to the Board of Directors. As a reminder, the annual NJSBA workshop will be October 21st to the 24th, so please let Joni know that you are interested or not. And we are looking forward to our upcoming high school graduation ceremonies on Thursday, June 20th. If you haven't heard by now, we have moved the graduations to the same time, beginning at 9 a.m. on the 20th. Dr. Sutter, anything to add to that?
I was going to mention it in my superintendent's bulletin, but now that you have, perfect.
It never hurts to repeat something. So, Madam Attorney, spring this on you, not looking for an answer now, but there's been some discussion about the Oprah reform bill, and I was hoping perhaps for the July or August meeting you could maybe summarize what that means to a public body like the Board of Education.
Be happy to.
Thank you very much. And that's all I had. So committee reports, I know there were some changes of date, so I'm not sure who has a report or not. So I'm just going to go down the table, and if you have a committee report or a liaison report, please feel free. So I'll start to my right, Michelle.
So for personnel, we had no residual issues to discuss, so meeting was canceled. And then I did have the ESC meeting where it was the reorg meeting for the year, and so that really was the order of business, nothing else.
Okay, thank you. Sheetal.
I don't have any meeting reports. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Tim.
Thank you, Mr. President. Policy has not met. We're scheduled to meet early next week, but I do have a liaison report from the Town Council meeting of June 11th, 2024. So basically, there was a lot of discussion. Well, I've written the report up. Unfortunately, I did not get it to Mrs. Benos in time for her to distribute it, but everybody hopefully has a copy. And I sent a copy to Mrs. Benos to put it up on on our shared library there, so you have it if you want to refer to it. It was pretty much a standard council meeting, but there's a couple of areas that I would like to get into a little more detail. I spoke to Mr. Chaffo about this, and he suggested that I expand on it a little bit. So during the mayor's report, besides, he spoke about a lot of things that were happening in town, the new police officers that were sworn in. But he did touch on the mayor's panel discussion and about the tax appeals. And so what happened and what has been said on Monday at the roundtable by the mayor, and then Tuesday was repeated again at the council meeting, was that I guess in 2022-23, the township lost roughly $2 million in tax appeals. Now, I do not believe that is what that's what they had to lose as far as their tax base was concerned. I'm not really sure. I was trying to get information on that, and it's a little hard to get a hold of, unfortunately. But we'll go with the number $2 million in ratables that the mayor said they had to pay. What he pointed out, which he pointed out on Monday, was that 63% of that impacted the school portion, but that the township doesn't get that money back. And that the board or the district keeps that tax money. So I've heard this now a couple of times, and it was bothering me because it's not how I understand it, and I wanted to do some homework on it. And I'm sure I'm repeating this to most of everybody here at this table who knows this already, but I'm just going to repeat it again because I like to hear myself talk. So in 2024-25, it looks like the township is facing $1 billion in tax appeals. And I believe they're roughing it that if they understand they're not going to lose all the tax appeals, but they are going to probably sustain about a $700,000 loss to that effect or more in tax appeals. Before I go too far into that, also, the Lanadex Plaza development, which is 500 Park, which just opened up, I believe it is now heading into phase 2. There's a phase 2 happening. I don't think they've actually started the process yet. But what was also acknowledged was that although the first initial phase was not a pilot, which is payment in lieu of taxes, but second phase, there is going to be a recommendation to do a pilot. And at least they're anticipating it. And the mayor acknowledged that, again, this would be by order, the council would have to approve their request for a pilot. So it's not here yet, but they're anticipating the ask is coming. So anyways, getting back to the tax appeals. In doing my homework, and I attached it to the back of the last page, I believe it was, I did some homework, and I'm citing the actual ordinance, not the ordinance, I'm sorry, the statute, New Jersey statute, NJSA 54:3-21. And this is a summary. You can all look it up because I double-checked my stuff here. Long and short of it is, the school districts in New Jersey are primarily funded through local tax property rate taxes. The school budget is determined based on districts' operational needs and remains fixed regardless of changes in the tax base due to successful tax appeals. That is in the statute. So basically, it's not like if the town loses money in tax appeals that the school district would produce the check for 63% of that loss, or whatever percentage that loss might be. So in doing more homework on this, besides the fact that the school district bases their budget and then comes to the board for a budget approval on the tax ratables that the town provides the school district. So if the tax ratables on a home is, let's say, $500,000, then we'll base our budget on that number that's given by the town. It's not made up by the district, it's not made up by the board, it's something that we get from the tax assessor. In the immortal words of Paul Harvey, the rest of the story is that yes, if the township loses a large amount of ratables, then the next budget time, we will get a ratables assessment that'll probably much lower than what we had this year. And with that having been said, then when you go for your, let's say, the 2%, which we work with, you're probably going to get less the district will have to be able to fund. Now, there's a lot to that formula, so it's not an absolute, but the bottom line is that it's obviously key that all parties, understand what the issues are with the local taxes and how appeals affect the district. But I think not totally understanding the context of the mayor's statement, that to give a misunderstanding to the public that if the township loses $1 million in tax appeals, that the district is somehow getting away scot-free with 63% of that, I think is a misunderstanding of the way this works. And so I want to, don't know if anybody has any questions. I try to be as clear about this in my write-up as possible. Again, I cited the statute, and I also was able to get information from our Morris County representatives who helped me tremendously as I was doing my homework. And again, this was on my own because I really felt that I was misunderstanding the way this process works, and I was relieved to know that I was fairly on target. There were some things I didn't know, but most of it was core, and I think that to our business administrator and the team on the finance side, my hat's off for working what seems to be a very complex situation here. But yes, once the board or once the district puts out their budget, that is what will run the district for the year, irregardless whether we are getting more taxes because of development and our ratables are going up, or whether we're losing and the ratables are going down. Those numbers for us, that's what is determined, runs the district. So that is my report. If there are any questions.
Mr. Ray.
Yeah, two things. On the first of all, if there is an appeal and we lose and the town loses some revenue, we still have to educate the same number of students, correct? So it's really not, there's no relation between the number of students being educated and losing tax revenue on a building. The second thing is, doesn't the town, if they think that there is a vulnerability on tax revenue from a building going under, don't they set up a reserve for potential revenue that won't be realized, or at least have like an allowance for a possible? But maybe, I'm getting a shake of the head that they don't, but maybe they should. Maybe that's something that has to be considered. And I know that's not our job, but that is just something that they should probably be considering.
There are probably a lot more qualified people sitting at this table than me that could probably answer that, but I didn't get the sense that that would be the case.
Tim, thanks for putting in the effort and the research for that. I appreciate it. Mr. Ray, any committee or liaison reports?
I don't have any committee, anything to report. We do have a PAL meeting this coming Thursday on the 20th. So I'll report on the next board meeting for that.
Thank you. Judy?
The only thing I'll mention was I went to that second teacher recognition ceremony, and there were some Parsippany teachers recognized, and it was lovely again, and they were grateful that, you know, I was there representing the board.
Thank you. Allison?
I do have a committee report. Buildings and Grounds met tonight. In attendance were myself, Mr. Barrios, Mrs. Mayer, Mr. Chaffo, Mrs. Tedesco, and Dr. Sutter. The first item was summer projects. The district is scheduling the summer work to be done. Paving and flooring repair and replacement will be starting next week. The JRW chiller, the bids for this project were opened on June 14th. The lowest bidder did not submit the correct paperwork. The bids received for the project were all over budget. The PHS Pays Lab interior alterations, the bid for that project were also opened on June 14th. There was only one bid received, and it too was over budget. So the district will rebid this project during the summer. The Mount Tabor chairlift, the bids for that project were also opened on June 14th. The bids received were again over budget, but due to the nature of that replacement, the district is recommending awarding the bid to do the project, and I believe it's in our bulletin tonight. I gave an update on the recent planning board meetings. The warehouse going in across from the Lanadex development is being questioned by the community, so the hearings have gone on for several times, and that has not finished at the planning board yet. The developments at 6 Sylvan Way are also, I think, on their third or fourth meeting being discussed. At this point, no bus stop has been designated on that development, but sidewalks have been added to the plans. And then the last thing we discussed was the ROD grant for the PHHS HVAC replacement. This project is being partially funded by the ROD grant, which has finally been approved. There's a motion on tonight's superintendent bulletin to approve that award. The project will be bid in August of 2024.
Thank you. Any questions for Allison? Susie?
I don't have a specific committee report, but on June 9th, I did go down to Trenton for the NJSBA County Association leadership training, and what was discussed was artificial intelligence, and they discussed how it's being incorporated into the classroom, and they discussed one of the topics that were discussed was plagiarism, and how the different school districts are dealing with that, and how everybody's trying to wrap their head around how, because a lot of the kids are using AI to write their papers. One of the things is that, you know, the teachers, when they're reading the papers, know the way that student writes in general, and they have a history with that student. So it's fairly easy for right now to determine. The only problem is that AI eventually starts learning the way that you speak, and then will write the paper based on that. So there's a lot of things that are not factual. And so they have to, so the student then has to make sure that even though AI is writing a paper for them, that they go in and research it, because they have to make sure that whatever information they're putting on it is factual. But I will send, they did send us the two, one of the presenters was, of course, I'm going to forget his name now. He worked for us, IT.
Barry Haynes.
I'm sorry? Yes, I'm sorry, Barry Haynes, Dr. Haynes. And I mean, the presentations were excellent. And I will, like I said, share the 2 PDF files that they shared with us. But it was, you know, it was 3 hours and it went by really fast. So it was very interesting. So maybe a consideration of us, you know, having a presentation by someone on AI wouldn't be a bad thing. And the Department of Education has put a new link on their website, which I can also share with you guys, because they also have put some parameters together and such. But it's an ever, you know, it's changing rapidly, but it's still at the beginning of it. So it was very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you, Susie. Any questions for Susie? No? Okay, we are up to the approval of the executive session regular minutes of June 6, 2024. May I have a motion, please? Judy, Michelle, roll call, please.
Mrs. Abraham?
Yes.
Mr. Barrios?
Yes?
Mrs. Kogan?
Yes.
Mrs. Mayer?
Yes.
Mr. Rhea?
Yes.
Mrs. Chappelle?
Yes.
Mrs. Golderer?
Yes.
Mr. Chapa?
Yes. Dr. Sutter, we're up to Superintendent's Bulletin number 22. I turn the microphone to you.
Thank you, President Chaffo. Good evening. I want to give a special thank you to my bestie, Miss Joni Benos, for all she did to make this night so special. Come on, give it up. Also, I'd like to thank Miss Karen Timmerman for all she does in helping us this week. She does a great job. I attended the Moving Up ceremony at Intervale School on Wednesday, June 12th, and at Troy Hills on Thursday, June 13th. Both Mr. Wack and Mr. Martens did a great job. Students and parents were all smiles and very happy. I did see some sad faces for those who did not want to leave the 5th grade. Some parents as well. I attended Brooklawns Middle School graduation ceremony on Monday, June 17th, at Parsippany High School's field, or Parsippany Hills High School field. I'm planning on going to Central Middle School's graduation ceremony tomorrow at 9:30 at Parsippany High School field. Also, please don't forget the Parsippany High School graduation ceremony is scheduled for Thursday, June 20th, and the time has changed from 9:30 to 9 o'clock due to the extreme heat. Notification of this time change has been sent to all Parsippany High School parents and graduates. Finally, Parsippany Hills High School's graduation ceremony was scheduled for 1:30 on June 20th. However, due to the extreme heat expected at 1:30, we are moving the Parsippany Hills High School graduation to 9 a.m. for safety purposes. A school messenger has gone out notifying parents, guardians, and students of the change. In closing, I'd like to congratulate the graduating classes of 2024. I would also like to thank the hardworking employees of the Parsippany Troy Hill School District, as well as the BOE, for a great school year. Enjoy your summer. Stay safe, healthy, and relaxed. Tonight, for your approval, we have Superintendent Bulletin items 1 through 54, with addendum and read-in items 55 through 86.
Thank you, Bob. Any questions on the Superintendent's Bulletin? Seeing none, Mrs. Tedesco, Secretary's report, please.
Hi, everyone. On tonight's Secretary's report, we have our regular business motions, including several contracts for the 24-25 school year. Does anybody have any questions? Thank you.
Okay. Is there any new business to come before the board? All right, seeing none. We are now at the hearing of the public. At this time, if there is anyone who would like to address the board, please come up, sign your name and address in the book at the lectern, and stay for the record, and please address the chair. Each person... Okay. I'm not going to read that whole thing. Okay. Would anyone from the public like to speak? Okay, public session is closed. Okay, roll call vote. Superintendent's Bulletin Number 22, items 1 through 54, with addendum items 55 to 86. May I have a motion, please? Sheetal. Allison, second. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Abraham?
Yes.
Mr. Barrios?
Recuse on 21, yes to everything else.
Mrs. Cogan?
Yes.
Mrs. Mayer?
Yes.
Mr. Rhea?
Yes.
Mrs. Chappelle?
Yes.
Mrs. Golderer?
Yes.
Mr. Chaffa?
Yes, as there's no further business for the board, may I have a motion to adjourn? Susie, second. Michelle, all in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.